Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, hi, my name is Liz. Thank you so much for clicking on this video today. Today we have a full face of affordable / drugstore makeup that I love, that they are my favourite. This has been highly requested from you guys after I did my nothing under £10 video challenge, so I hope you appreciate me doing this video. So before we begin, please consider subscribing to my channel if you aren't already. If you want to see more videos like this from me, make sure to give this video a big thumbs up if you do enjoy it, because that'll let me know that you want to see more videos like this. Without further ado, if you want to see what my affordable favourites are, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's do this. Get yourself a drink. So obviously today I'm going to be doing my favourite affordable makeup products. This has been requested by you guys, so I hope you enjoy and appreciate it. So obviously I've prepped my skin and I am ready. First I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crop Peptide Hydrating Lip Treatment, because I feel my lips are quite dry. This is the vanilla one. Obviously you can get like different flavours and different shades, but that's just the clear one. I just like that before I do my makeup. So then of course for primer, it's got to be one of the Beauty Crop primers, and of course, if you haven't guessed it already, it's obviously the Avocado Poreless Primer. This is insane. I use this on myself obviously, and I use it on clients as well. I absolutely love it for any skin type. It just makes the makeup last so long. I absolutely love it. I can probably say it's my favourite primer out of anything. It is just one of the best I've tried. And the second primer I'm going to go in with for my skin type, I think it's becoming more like combination oily in my T-zone, not on my forehead, but around my nose here and on my chin especially, it gets oily. So I think I'm more combination oily now, not dry, because the rest of my skin is sort of like normal. e.l.f. Putty Primer, of course. Poreless Putty Primer. This stuff, I, as you can see, have used a lot of it. It is just so good for those oily, pore-prone places, so I just pat that in. You know what, most of my most favourite primers are actually inexpensive, and I just pop a little bit of that in my T-zone on my forehead. This one really, like, I started noticing my skin was more oily the day I didn't put any primer on. I just did skin prep, and I was like, I'm going to put a pore like mattifying primer on my T-zone. So I used this one the day after, and this made such a difference. So I would highly recommend using one of those. Cater to your own skin type. So then I'm going to go in with a glow. This is the alternative dupe to the Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Filter. This is the Collection Filter Finish. Can't open it. Gorgeous Glow. And this is in the shade Fair Medium 2. I do like this shade because it's not too orange. Like the other shade that I've got, it must be number 3, is a little bit too orange. And I haven't got any tan on at the moment, but obviously the foundation / skin tint that I'm going to be applying is actually my tan shade. So we're going to have to just bear with it. I know it's going to be more orange, okay? So I am going to blend that out with just my foundation brush. This stuff is so good, and it's even good for those days where you don't want to wear any foundation. It just leaves a really nice tint to the skin, and as you can see, it adds a really beautiful glow. See how that's just given me a really nice tint to my skin and evened everything out. And then it has to be my favourite foundation / skin tint at the moment is the Maybelline Superstay 24-hour skin tint. This stuff is absolutely incredible. The applicator is a little bit meh because it goes everywhere, but this stuff is just so good. It blurs my skin so nicely. It just looks insane. What more do I need to say? I got the shade 31. Like I said, it is my tan shade, so please remember, I know it's not my skin tone at the moment. It doesn't match my skin at the moment, but I just haven't tanned and I need to film this video for you guys. You'll see how blurred my skin is when I've used this, once I've blended this out, and it lasts so well on my skin. And like I said, for my skin type, it's just beautiful, the long lasting power. Like, I wore it for the whole day in work, and then I went out later on in the evening and it was still beautiful. So yeah, that's like covered my skin, but it hasn't made it look not natural. It still looks like my skin. And then going in with cream bronzer, this is the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip. Hopefully this goes well with my tan. The only thing I'm going to say about these is like they're so small, it's so hard to get my brush in there, but these blend so nicely. I do need to try more affordable cream bronzers because I actually haven't tried that many, but this one is really nice and you can't fault it. The only thing I'd fault is the packaging because it's so tiny, but I mean that's not like a major thing. As long as I like the actual product and it's creamy, then it doesn't really bother me. See how easy that was? And it doesn't dry down matte either. It stays like a nice texture that you can go in nicely. You don't have to rush it. And then for cream blush, I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crop Juice Pot. Is in the shade Lychee, of course. This is such a stunning shade. Just going to go straight on the skin with this. This smells like kids' makeup back in the 2000s. If you know, you know. I'm going to keep this high up my skin. High up my skin? High up my face. So beautiful. I forget how nice these are. Such a beautiful shade as well. Can't fault it. And then for concealer, I've got the Rimmel, the Multitasker Concealer in the shade, I don't know because it's rubbed off. I hate that. Something light. This is a dream. It is such a nice full coverage concealer. I am absolutely obsessed with it. I just put that all over my skin where I normally conceal. I'm going to let that sit there for a second and I'll be right back. Okay, I've let that sit for a little bit and I'm just going to go in and blend that out with a brush. So easy to blend, and leaving it to sit for a little bit, a couple of minutes. It just lets it go a bit more dry and it gains more coverage then. See how much that covered? It is so good. It's very creamy as well. Okay, so for loose powder, I don't have one like really inexpensive, if you get what I mean. But I thought I'd show you the Trigwell Cosmetics one because this is such a really nice like fine powder. It is inexpensive, it's affordable. It's like in the 15 mark maybe. But I'm going to take this on obviously a Trigwell powder puff. And I'm going to tap it off on the back of my hand. Make sure I have no creasing. My skin is so dry by here. You'll have to ignore that. And then to go over like my pore area, I'm going to go in with the Beauty Crop Pore Filter Pore Blurring Pressed Powder. Now this is gonna help, like I said, those pore areas around here and here. I'm gonna put a little bit on my chin as well. Everywhere I want to blur. So for powder bronzer, I'm gonna go in with the 17 Ultimate Look Finishing Powder. This is really great for bronzer. I love using pressed powders for bronzers. That's another thing. I think bronzers is the hardest thing for me to find, like a good one. But I really love the shade of this. This is the shade 070. It's got a warm tone to it, so it's not like cool tone at all. And if you know me, I hate cool tone on me anyway. Like obviously if a client asks me for like a proper contour chiseled look, I will do that. Okay, so now powder blush. I'm going to go in with the Trigwell Cosmetics Cheek and Eye Blush in Sunset Sally. Ooh. This is a really nice blush. Again, I think it's about £10. Another one that drugstore needs to improve on is blush, powder blush. But these are really pigmented. Oh, I just stabbed myself in the eye. These are really, really pigmented and you can use them on the eyes. What she needs to bring out is bronzer. Powder bronzers. The liquid blusher is really nice as well. I think at this point I need some hydration to my skin. So I'm going to use the Beauty Crop Wishery Setted Mist. I absolutely love this stuff. It is so nice. It's nice and refreshing. It's really good with long lasting power. And it smells so good. It smells banging. It just adds a really nice glow back into your skin after powdering. After powder. So whilst my skin is still slightly wet, I'm going to go in with powder highlight. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighting Powder in the shade Precious Petals. Guys, this stuff is stunning. How beautiful. It looks wet on the skin, and especially when you go in with powder blush, this just adds such a nice dewiness back into the skin. I don't like highlighter that makes me look glittery. This makes me look wet and I'm here for it. Then for my brows, I'm going to go in with the Pink Honey Cocoa Powder in the shade Medium Brown. I feel like I do need a different shade in this. It's a little bit too light and cool tone for me, even though I do like a cool tone powder. But I absolutely love this powder. It is a really, really nice one. I do need to dye my eyebrows. I've been loving a powder lately because it's so much easier with like soap brows because it doesn't move the product as much as a pencil would. See how crazy the difference is when I don't have dye in my eyebrows. I'm just going to go off and do the other eyebrow and I'll be right back. Okay, so now on to eyes. Obviously you can see I've done this eye, but I'm going to show you what I did on this eye. These palettes are so what's the word? Underexposed. What's the word? Noticed. I don't know what the word is. The Beauty Bay palettes. This is the 16 colour palette. This is the nude 16 colour palette, and these are the best ones because you get mattes, you get shimmers. They're just overall so good. If you're a makeup artist, I would highly, highly recommend these. But I'm going to go in with these today. I'm going to go in with literally 3 shades, so it's going to be super easy for you guys. I'm first going to take this shade here, which is called Bare Necessity. Love that. And I'm going to run this literally through my crease, quite messily, bringing it out. The only thing it's missing is sort of like a mid to medium brown shade in this, because I could do with a slightly darker crease shade, but it's fine. And then literally the star of the show is Delicate, which is the bright creamy shade, and you'll see it is definitely a bright creamy shade. I'm gonna put that sort of making like a slight cut crease with this. Do you see how pigmented that is? That is insane. And I'm just going to go back in with that brown shade and just diffuse the edges, especially on the outer corner. These are super pigmented and buttery eyeshadows. And then I'm going to go in with Tempting, which I'm going to use to make that smoky wing on a really angled, nice brush. See how quick and easy that was? Absolutely insane eyeshadows. I definitely rate them and I would highly recommend them. I will link them down below if you do want to check them out. Like everything else, I will link in the description box. Then I'm going to go in with an eyeliner. This is the Made by Mitchell All Smudge No Budge eyeliner in, of course, Tiger's Eye. And I'm going to tight line at the top, just sort of quarter of the way. These are super pigmented and they last for ages as well on the waterline. I'm just going to line my lower waterline as well. Beautiful. I would highly, highly, highly recommend these if you're looking for a good eyeliner. We're nearly there, guys. I'm just going to curl my eyelashes. And then the mascara I'm going to go in with is the Maybelline The Falsies Surreal Mascara. I really do like this mascara, not only because it's purple, It's lilac, my favourite colour. It is such a nice mascara. I'm going to really load this up. Guys, I've been using lash serum for a couple of weeks now. Nearly a month, I think. And I have noticed a difference. It's like when you condition your hair, I suppose. It always looks better. I don't know if they've grown, but they look a little bit more like even, fuller. I don't know. Lovely. I really think that brown eyeliner brings out the green in my eyes. I absolutely love it, and that's why I love the shade Tiger's Eye. NYX lip pencil. Love them. These are the suede matte lip liners in Sandstorm. I really like this shade, or London, I think it is. Is it London? But I haven't used these in so long. And then for gloss, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Lifter Gloss. This is just the normal one in the shade 009 Topaz. These are a more inexpensive version of Fenty. You all know I absolutely love the Fenty gloss bombs, but if you do want something similar but more affordable, then definitely go for this, because it's literally insane. It's very glossy, as you can see. Absolutely stunning. I love these. They taste so good as well. If you want to see a full face of like dupes, like half and half, let me know, because that would be so fun to film. That would be great. I might do that anyway. Put that on my list. I think that is everything. I am loving how this turned out. Let me know your favourite cream bronzers, powder bronzers, loose powders as well, because I need more of those. Inexpensive, or any inexpensive, affordable drugstore makeup that you love. Please leave it down in the comments down below, because I will read them and I will go out and buy them instantly. If someone recommends something to me, I literally run and grab it. But yeah, I've just bought the Made by Mitchell powders book thing. I'll let you know how I feel about that. Before you go, please consider subscribing to my channel if you want to see more videos like this from me, or any of the videos that I suggested in this video today. So you don't miss out, make sure to put my notifications on so you know when I post, because I don't necessarily post on the same days each week. It depends what I'm posting. If you did enjoy this video, then please give it a big thumbs up so it lets me know that you enjoy these videos. And I hope you have a lovely day or evening wherever you are, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!